Hey, welcome to your market intel brief and a primary trade alert to add to our primary trade alert model portfolio. I'm Matthew Buckley, the chief market strategist here at Wealth Creation Investing, and obviously the founder and CEO of Top Gun Options. We had a great trade that we put on in our live trade brief yesterday on Nike. And our strategic, we'll go through our strategic mindset and why we did that. But yesterday, this trade was up 54% by the end of the day, up at least $510 in the model portfolio. So that was a great trade. Nike, it's red today, obviously, because we're up triple digits in the market, and the SPUs are up 12, getting back to that psychological 1,300 level and trying to get back to that psychological 13,000 level. But Nike, still a dog, and we'll talk about why. So I want to add it. We're going to keep this Nike trade, the short-term Nike trade, in our primary live trade brief model portfolio, but I'm going to add this one a little longer term to our primary trade alert model portfolio. And remember, like we talked about in the live trade brief yesterday, these are two different portfolios, two different $100,000 portfolios. So let's take a look. Again, for those of you who couldn't join us in the live trade brief yesterday, or you're just not subscribed, obviously I strongly recommend you subscribe to the live trade briefs. But here's what we found out, and this is a great financial site to use, FinViz. But we found out, when you click on the Insider tab and you scroll down a little bit, so they came out with earnings, Nike did, on 3/22, and they beat. And they've beat for the last 4 quarters in a row. Let me find where our Nike is. I think you can just search. Let me filter. No, oh, there we go. NKE is the ticker symbol. And let's check this out. Boom, there it is right here. So check out all these sales. The president and CEO, the president, and the controller, the person that manages money. Look at this. 2, that's 5, that's 6 million, that's that's 8.2. Just doing rough math. There is a ton of insider selling at Nike. What's that mean? Is that bullish or bearish news for this stock? Now let's take a look at the chart of Nike. Let's open up our radar scope out to about 6 months. This stock has been in a gentle upward Fed-induced liquidity climb. It beat earnings, but it actually pulled back on some or on some analyst forecasts. And guess what? Right after that, in some SEC filings, we see that insiders started dumping the stock like crazy. So, a little bit of an up change. We had a big gap down yesterday. Actually, put the trade on during our live trade brief, and then it closed the day down, down to $1.06. And we had $510 in model portfolio profits. This is an April trade, our current Nike trade, and we're going to leave it on. Let's analyze it real quick, see how it's doing. Still 65% chance. Still like this one. Nike hasn't plumbed this altitude, the $110, $112s in ever. I was going to say in years, but how about ever? So, like we've talked about, strategic mindset really isn't that bullish right now. We're market neutral. And just look at this. Again, it's having trouble getting north of that 112 and even the 110 line and staying there. Obviously, like we talked about, it's coming back with the market rally today. But insider selling, let's take a look at our quote screen on TradeMonster. Remember, you can go to trademonster.com/TGO to open a free paper trading account. Like we said, beat, and beat. And their next earnings are in June. So let's take a look at a May tactic that takes care, that is in line with our bearish strategic mindset. So we're going to take a look at a bear call spread. And it is close. It's the 110, 115. Let's add and edit right here. I believe it's 14 based on our risk. We want to sell the 110 calls and buy the 115 calls in our model portfolio. And let's see what we can get that at, what mid-market is. National bid, best offer. Let's just kind of, since the market's climbing up today, let's leave it at $148 and then analyze what this looks like. Yeah, it's 56% chance of getting that maximum profit and a 20% chance of losing. And our break even right there is at the 111.48 point. And again, Nike hasn't seen 111.48 in a long time. They have in the past couple of weeks, but again, this Fed liquidity party is about to end. So this trade will be out of before their next earnings, and this takes advantage of the strategic mindset we talked about in the live trade brief of sell in May and go away. So let's create this order and put it in our primary trade alert model portfolio. So we're going to hit confirm. We bring in a credit of $2,072 minus commissions and fees for whatever, paper trading platform you're using. And let's go ahead and launch that one downrange. As far as mid-course guidance, and contingency planning, if we see Nike spike to the upside, like we talked about, the earnings are already priced in. The insider selling kind of creeped everybody out, and that might be baked in a little bit. And also the Olympics deal, Nike getting the June Olympics deal. It's all priced in there, folks. There really isn't too many catalysts to get Nike propelling above all-time highs in the next couple months. So that's a bear call spread on Nike that we're adding to our primary trade alert model portfolio. So Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz, Chief Market Strategist at WCI and CEO of Top Gun Options. Have a great day, and I'll see many of you tomorrow in Doug's Advanced Live Trade Brief at 0900. Happy hunting, and make sure you hedge.